The small Seattle park is an unofficial shrine,
We love Nirvana.
a tourist attraction
It's a kind of sanctuary or something like that.
for Veronica
It's,
from Spain
I feel I near him.
and Daria, who traveled here all the way from Sicily to be in this spot. He was just 3 years old and living in Italy when underneath the viaduct at a place called the OK Hotel, a musical movement was born.
I think that show was $8 to get into.
Andy Wilson was there.
Going to see Mudhoney and going to see Nirvana at the OK Hotel.
The band unleashed a little ditty
The song is called Smells Like Teen Spirit.
that would reverberate off the stage,
The place just literally erupted.
outside the brick walls,
It was a catharsis.
and around the world.
An albino, a mosquito, my libido.
Jacob McMurray lived in Seattle at the time.
It came from the Northwest. The Northwest is this very mythological place. And Nevermind really have become this stopping off point, this cultural touchstone. Nirvana was really fundamental in sort of, breaking through that sort of invisible wall.
He's collected and curated the Nirvana exhibit at the Experience Music Project.
And there was this sort of disaffected, almost tragic, rebellious quality to it that I think really spoke to a lot of people that, weren't hearing anything like that on the radio.
It covers the band's rapid rise,
It was weird. It was like, that's strange that that's just hanging up there. I mean, I used to play those all the time.
and history.
Yeah.
Chad Channing was Nirvana's original drummer,
Oh, that was the Tama Kid.
a line cook by day, musician by
It
night.
really did feel like sort of a family sort of thing, a connection, which was really, really cool.
He remembers after the band recorded Bleach, they toured Europe,
Yeah.
and on a stop in
We,
Germany,
of course, had later learned that the wall had come down, and what we were looking at were all these, people from East Berlin.
Channing says that's when he also realized other barriers had come down. The Seattle sound had reached across continents. He left the band before Nevermind was released September 24th, 1991. His uncredited work on Polly is part of the album.
Greatest Northwest record that was ever released.
Matt Vaughn was a struggling record store owner then. He had trouble keeping the album in stock. More than 1 million copies were sold nationwide in the first couple months.
We were coming out of hair metal, had certainly come out of punk rock, and this was the antidote. It is the quintessential Northwest record. You feel the power of the mountains, the water, the timber. It's all in there with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor.
Vaughn calls it the best-selling album in Easy Street Records history.
Put Easy Street on course to where we are today.
Nevermind, it went #1, knocked Michael Jackson off the charts, and it was a cultural revolution.
It prompted a fashion revolution, too.
Translated into grunge fashion, and couldn't buy a flannel shirt at Value Village for $2 anymore.
You had a band that was just wearing normal clothes. They weren't wearing, a costume or, looked very different than the hair metal or the pop music of the day.
Yet the movement, the band, ended what feels like now in an instant.
Kurt Cobain, the leader of one of rock's most gifted and promising bands, Nirvana, is dead.
With Cobain's suicide at a garage of a house near that park, 2.5 years after the release of the iconic compilation.
I think you can't discount the fact that Kurt Cobain died. He died when he was really young. He didn't have a chance to put out a mediocre album. That band was really frozen in time at the height of their powers. So I think that is a huge impact on how we perceive you know, with something like Nevermind 25 years later.
Weird to think about that, like, it still matters.
Well, don't get me crying, jeez.
Matt Vaughn's Easy Street is still a key cog in the local music scene.
I have a lot of fond memories of it. You know, it was a cool experience.
Channing is still involved in music, a band called Before Cars. And Seattle, well, Seattle will always have its moment, captured on vinyl, before all the growth, all the changes, when grunge was part of a transcendent state.
I feel near him. It's his house, so very excited. No? Oh my God.
A worldwide phenomenon known as Nirvana. In Seattle, Chris Daniels, King 5 News.